Let me tell y'all something.
Tell me something.
And first of all, I want all the smoke. I don't whistle when I walk by the graveyard or anything like that.
I don't whistle when I walk by the graveyard. Right. I like that.
Hey,
one.
man,
I'm stealing that one.
The Lakers are doing great. Got a long way to go. But the reason the season's been going great for the Cleveland Cavaliers and the Oklahoma City Thunder. Y'all just want to talk about the Warriors and the Lakers. They're both doing great. Don't get me wrong. If I turn out to be wrong, I got no problem with that. The Cleveland Cavaliers have won 12 straight games. The Oklahoma City got the MVP, and they are on fire. Y'all are talking about who's in second place. That's the reason I get pissed. Hey, the Lakers are doing great. I don't mind being wrong. The Warriors are doing great. But Oklahoma City and the Cavs been balling for 6 months. Y'all talking about teams that had two great weeks.
2-10 Cavaliers and the 14-47 Hornets. Cleveland comes in riding a 12-game winning streak. They've got 3 streaks of 12 or more wins this season. Only the second team in NBA history to do so. They also clinched a playoff berth, and tonight they'll look to slow down LaMelo Ball and company. We are 39 minutes till tip-off from Charlotte. Hi, everyone. Welcome into our FanDuel Sports Network studios alongside Mr. Cavalier, Austin Carr. I'm Kaylee Griffin. Cavaliers and Hornets round 4 coming up in just a little bit. And AC, after the win against Miami, the Cavaliers became the first team this season to clinch a playoff berth. There's over a month left of the season. 20 games remain. How do you remain motivated and not get complacent knowing you already had that playoff berth clinched?
Well, the first thing I want to say is they've done a good job all season of keeping their goals in line. In other words, not getting caught up in what's happening here, but realizing that they want to accomplish higher goals. So they are going at it pretty good. But I'm impressed with this team. I mean, if you don't believe in them now, then you have a problem.
Well, they're looking for another win here tonight because another day, another streak for the Cavaliers. It is tonight's Fubo Focus. The Cavaliers riding another 12-game winning streak, now their 3rd win streak of at least 12 games this season. AC, can you put into perspective just how difficult one win streak of 12 games is in the NBA season, let alone putting together 3?
Well, when you talk about the travel schedule, the toll that it takes on your body every game, I mean, everything you have to add into it. And when you get little dings, little nicks, twist your ankle, but you can still play. You get a hit in the elbow, but you can still play. All of those things come into play when you are doing what the Cavaliers are trying to do. And to get those many streaks, to stay focused, that's what impresses me the most about this year's Cavaliers. They can hold their focus for a long period of time, and they're going to need it when the playoffs start.
There you see it. They hold 3 of the 4 longest winning streaks in the NBA this season. Of course, one is active. They're looking to add to that win total here tonight. For more on the team's winning ways, let's head out to Charlotte now as we welcome in Serena Winters. Hey, Serena.
Hey, Kaylee, as you can see, I've got my own little dance party in the background, and all is right in the world when it happens at the start of the pregame show. You know that. We're in for some good luck when that happens. But hey, how remarkable has it been to watch this team, especially in fourth quarters, right? The only team that is undefeated when heading into the fourth quarter. I mean, they are 45-0. It's just been an absolutely crazy fourth quarters for this team. Like I said, also Donovan Mitchell leading the way at 6.3 points per game in the fourth quarter for the Cavs. To put that in perspective for you, last season, these Cavaliers were 42-6. There was a resiliency to them. There's a confidence to them when they get to 12 minutes.
We're not a cocky team, but we kind of know, like we're getting to the point where we show zero kind of trepidation or we don't really rush for the most part, and we get to what we want to get to. We get to our set, or we get in put ourselves in good position. And we have obviously defensive chops, right, with the talent we have. But and that goes to our leaders, right? Like I think Don and DG and Evan, they just have their that's that continuity I was talking about. They know each other. They know where we want to get it. And it's rare we come out and say, oh, man, that was, what kind of execution was that? Or we're taking crazy shots. we stay pretty composed.
We just have a lot of dudes that can score, a lot of versatile guys that can make plays. When someone's having an off night, we got dudes coming off the bench that can score as well. So I think we just have so many weapons that, in the fourth quarter, guys might be a little tired, starters might be a little tired. So you could throw other guys in there that could, make big plays as well.
Joining me now, Brad Doherty. And Brad, I know it's been fun for you to watch this team entering the fourth. It's a stat that just keeps on going for us. But what have you seen overall about what this team's been accomplishing in Punch Bowl?
Yeah, I think when you're listening to DeAndre, he's exactly right. There's so much depth, and they got so many dudes that can score that basketball. We have a plethora of guys who can put up 20 a night in the NBA. We start out, we've been talking about the starts we've been having being slow. They're not slow. Everyone else is prepared for us. But we have so much depth, and Kenny Atkinson goes throughout the game. It's almost like a chess game for him. And as we get to that fourth quarter, he wants us firing on all cylinders. And thus far, it's been remarkable. It's been elite. The Cavaliers are the best team in the NBA.
And we're not seeing the same guys close games, right? We've seen changes these past couple of games. And how big is that, knowing that depending on the matchup, because this Cavs team is so versatile, they can rely on different guys to close games on different
That's a great point. And what that does, that all breeds from confidence. This is such a confident group. And the coaches give these guys so much confidence in their offense. It's a dynamic offense. There's multiple actions going on in every set. So if you're open, Kenny Atkinson wants you to shoot the basketball. If you're open, it's a good shot. And the guys that bought into that, we've got a maturity level that most teams don't have. It's just remarkable.
Kaylee, AC, hopefully we get a lucky number 13 here on a Friday night.
Yes.
We would certainly like that. Serena, Brad, thank you so much. Let's take a look now at our FanDuel's Make Every Moment More Same Game Parlay. Odds are subject to change, but right now, if you bet $10, you can win $34.10. We're looking at DeAndre Hunter to go over 17.5 points and rebounds combined. Looking at Darius Garland to knock down over 2.5 made threes, and for the Cavaliers to win the first quarter. AC, let's start with DeAndre Hunter. He's coming off 16 points and 5 rebounds against Miami. He's averaging 17 points and 5 rebounds against Charlotte in his career. In what ways do you expect Hunter to impact this game most?
Basically, right there in that part of the court is where he is really starting to shine. I mean, and the Cavaliers know when he gets in the middle of that paint, he's dangerous. So they're going to get him that ball. I'm expecting him to come in. He and Ty both, when they come in that game, they bring great energy to the floor.
He has been a game changer. Certainly a spark off the bench. He was that for the Hawks. He's been that for the Cavaliers. We're also looking at the Cavaliers to win the first quarter. AC, that has been a point of emphasis for you, but it has also been a point of emphasis for this team. How important is a strong start tonight?
Well, it's very important because if you look over the season, when the Cavaliers start fast and start on it, they end up wearing teams out to the point where the game is over with at the second half. So I'm looking for them to get back to their old ways. But, like Brad said, teams are prepared for them now. So things are a little different. You got to work a little harder in that first quarter because teams are ready for it.
The Cavaliers are looking for the season sweep of the Hornets. They've gone 3-0 so far this year. Evan Mobley went off for a career-high 41 in Charlotte earlier this season. AC, it hasn't always been easy. Charles Lee has his group playing physical basketball. They always leave it all out there on the court. What has given the Cavaliers the advantage?
Well, first of all, I think it's the ball movement. And you see right here, the Cavs are getting good opportunities, but they also have been strong in the paint. And that has also helped them a lot because once you start attacking a team in the paint, that opens up the perimeter shot. And Mobley has been ultra aggressive against this team inside. So has J.A. So I think tonight is going to have to be the same recipe.
Yeah, the Cavaliers big men have had quite the season series against Charlotte. The team is certainly going to look for them to add to those totals tonight. Jared Allen averaging a double-double. Evan Mobley, again, put up a career-high 41 in Charlotte earlier this season, and he has had a heck of a year all around. Mm-hmm. When you talk about the Cavaliers this season, there are so many things you can point to as to why this team has been successful, but the growth of Evan Mobley might be at the forefront. We're going to take a look at some of his numbers this season and show just how good he has been. He is averaging a career high nearly 19 points a game. He right now has a career high in double doubles at 28. Last year he had 22 at the end of the season. There are still 20 games remaining in this regular season. On top of that, he's averaging a career low in minutes, just over 30 a game. And of course, it's all topped off with his first All-Star selection when he headed to San Francisco with his teammates, Donovan Mitchell and Darius Garland. The last 11 games in particular, Evan Mobley has been on a tear, shooting 59% from the floor and averaging a double-double, 21 points and 10.5 rebounds. He's had 6 double-doubles in that stretch. AC, how would you describe the growth we've seen in the Mobley this season and how it continues to expand and flourish throughout the year?
Well, I think, again, he changed. His attitude has changed. He's got in the weight room, so now he has the strength consistently every game to get to that basket and to force his way in, and he's starting to realize, hey, I can make this happen. And that, to me, is what changes a guy's thinking. When you know that you are there strong enough to get it done, and what you didn't, then you bring the talent level in. The young man has full of talent. He has one play that I remember a couple games ago where the ball was loose. He went behind his back and then went in for a dunk. I mean, he has really started to feel, as we would say, he's feeling his Cheerios now.
Well, look at this. The odds to win Defensive Player of the Year, Evan Mobley is by far the favorite. He has won Defensive Player of the Month twice already this season. Let's hear more from the Cavaliers on their teammate, Evan Mobley.
He rocked the cradle on, rocked the baby on that one. My goodness.
He's going to be a guy that we really look to.
Mobley is unstoppable.
The aggressiveness on the offensive end.
Pedal to the metal the whole game. He's going to attack every possession.
Good strength by Evan Mobley.
Evan Mobley has nailed his 6th triple, and he now has a career-high 41 points.
I think his shooting is going to take a whole nother level.
Mobley uncorks a 3 and hands it.
Boy, that was right over top of Scotty Barnes, who's there. He is absolutely become a backbreaker on shoot that 3.
I think obviously myself and DG and Karras are kind of like the playmakers for the group, but I think Evan can definitely fall into that category in his own way. So.
Mobley. Okoro back to Mitchell, who steps into a 3. He's got it in as Mobley finds Garland backdoor, and he lays it in.
I think his playmaking ability, I think he can play with the ball in his hand. I think he can make plays for other people. Man, he's a really good passer that people don't really give him credit for.
He's got a great handle. He's able to go by guys.
Evan Mobley right over the top of James connect.
So he can use his size on smaller guys and his quickness and handle on bigger guys.
Works his way to the basket and cracks it home with a vicious dunk.
I believe his physicality is just going to take over. I think his ceiling is just going to rise a little bit more.
Darius, a hesitation move. Finds Mobley!
Get that weak stuff out of here.
Oh, goodness. A vicious, devastating block by the 7-footer. Tatum works inside. That's rejected by Mobley.
His mobility, be able to guard 1 through 5, getting out of screens early, just being agile as a big is definitely one of his strengths.
How do you stop that?
Hey, you can't.
It's his skill. It's his confidence, AC, throughout the season. He said, hey, I should be an all-star. Then he became one. He was asked in the future who he sees being the face of the league. He said Wembanyama and himself. He is feeling the confidence, but it's been on display throughout the year. As we look at this season and what he's accomplished in year 4, maybe a performance like we saw in Charlotte where he put up a career-high 41 points and 10 rebounds. What's the ceiling for Evan Mobley? How good can he be?
Well, the way I look at it, there is no ceiling. And what I mean by that is he has a game that he's not going out and get you 50 points every night. But he's going to give you between 15, 20, 25 points. He's going to get you double rebounds. He's going to get you 2 or 3 block shots. And he's going to change 5 or 6 shots a game. And all that's going to do as he gets more mature in the game, it's going to be more of that. So don't look for him to be a 35-point scorer every night, because that's not his game. His game is a little bit of everything, and then some nights he'll explode on the scoring like he did against this team before. But as long as he's playing his level game and he's giving you those type of numbers, which nobody else is giving, he is going to be an all-star. He's going to be an all-NBA player. He should be Defensive Player of the Year because the man changes 6 or 7 shots a game, as well as blocking too.
In most conversations, when people are talking about why the Cavaliers are the best team in the NBA, they point to Evan Mobley and his development this season. It has been on full display. We are witnessing it on a nightly basis. Hey, more to come here on Cavaliers Live. We'll hear from head coach Kenny Atkinson on the other side. Score big this season with Cavs Rewards. Sign up for free to start earning points for exclusive Cavs prizes at Cavs.com/rewards.
Thanks, Kenny. You've mentioned a number of times that now's the time to hone in on playoff focus. What are the signs that your team is doing that as we head toward mid-April where you want to be playing your best ball?
I mean, we're still closing games out, last 5 minutes, clutch time, where we know what we're doing. We know what we want to get to. Last game I thought it was great. We got 6 consecutive stops to end the game. So, and you know what our little fix now, we got to start games better. Like we don't want to be chasing it. So that, we'll talk to the guys. What did someone say? We're 38-1 when we win the first quarter. Someone just hit me with that. So let's win the first quarter tonight.
I know you like to deflect personal attention, but you and the staff have pushed a lot of the right buttons so far this season. What is it about this staff that you've assembled that has had so much success in this just your first year together?
Oh man, we just have great collaboration. Like we enjoy the process of trying to figure this out, and just thrilled for our staff, from a development standpoint, helping out each guy get a little better, and then like I was saying to Serena, we have a lot of decisions, in-game decisions to make, and we make that collaboratively, and it's nice when you have really talented players. It makes you look probably better than you really are, but we've really a lot this year.
No question it's working. We wish you the best here tonight.
All right, Jay Mike, thanks.
All right, Kenny and the Cavs go for consecutive win number 13 as they take on the Hornets here in Charlotte this evening.
John, thank you. We are inching closer to tip-off between the Cavaliers and the Hornets. It's the final meeting of the season. When we return, we'll get AC's thoughts, so stick around. Tip-off between the Cavs and the Hornets is 14 minutes away, and if the Cavs score 100 points in tonight's game, all fans will receive a $2 large fry, and if the Cavs score 120 points, it's a free large fry with no purchase necessary. Download the McDonald's app to receive this special offer. McDonald's, I'm loving it. Cavaliers and Hornets tipping off in just a little bit. AC, your and one tonight is keep the streak alive. The Cavaliers winners of 12 straight for the third time this season. Let's make it 13 tonight.
Yes, we've already established ourselves against this team. They know what they're about to get hit with. Let's hit them with it.
The Cavaliers have gone 3-0 against Charlotte this season, looking for the season sweep with the victory here tonight. That's going to do it for Cavaliers Live. The Cavaliers already clinched the playoffs, and they are looking for win number 53 in Charlotte tonight. AC and I will be back here at halftime to wrap up the first 24 minutes of action. Coming up, John and Brad break down the Cavs' potent offense and how it can potentially be more potent, and Serena will deep dive into the team's winning streaks. Tip-off from Spectrum Center is next. It's the Cavaliers and Hornets round 4. It's coming up next here on FanDuel Sports Network.